This weekend, ABC7 is the proud sponsor of Okizu's annual Art Inspiring Hope Gala. Camp Okizu is a Bay Area nonprofit dedicated to supporting children diagnosed with cancer. ABC7 News anchor Stephanie Sierra sat down with one local woman to share what it means to be Okizu Strong.
Okizu holds a very special place in my heart. It's really hard to put into words the power of healing that happens at camp. Can you walk us through the early days of the diagnosis?
Luca was 2. First finding out that it was cancer, and then finding out that it was stage 3 was very shocking and devastating. I remember not just thinking about, will my child be able to survive this? Will he grow up and be, a teenager and go to high school? It still makes me emotional. And then looking at his sister, who was only a year older, and, wondering how this is going to impact her, let alone, just everything. And we were at UCSF where he was being treated. That's when we first heard about Camp Okizu. And they told us about it, and it sounded great. There's a camp, you can go as a whole family. From the moment we walked in and met everybody there, I mean, you just felt so welcome and normal. Everybody there understood, and the kids could just be free and enjoy and have a great time. And like you said, it's just that healing.
Experiencing any cancer diagnosis can feel isolating, especially for a young child. But what you just said struck me, given what we've heard from families who've been involved with Okizu, how you don't feel alone.
There are different programs at camp. I think beginning at 7 or 8 years old, that the children can start going to also weeks of camp on their own. They also have family camp. And so at family camp, there's an opportunity for the parents to also talk to each other as a group and share experiences. So in that sense, you start to hear what other families have been through and realize that this is something that we share. And then hearing their stories also gives you hope for, what might be lying ahead for your family. At the same time, this children get to go off with their age group and play and have fun and do zip lining and climbing and swimming and boating and things that they don't normally get to do, especially when they're going through a cancer diagnosis. So it's really great. And then one thing I also really love about Camp Okizu is those weeks where the children get to go on their own. They have camps specifically for oncology camps, they call them, for the children who are diagnosed with cancer or cancer survivors. And they really just focus on letting them be normal kids and just, not even thinking about it. And then they have sibling weeks. We call it Sibs Camp for the siblings, and they focus on them. They are the focus of camp. And
warriors, right? We always talk about the siblings there. And that feeling of community and family. We often use the term Okizu Strong.
Yeah, I think it's a strength that Okizu helps you build as a community, but also find it within yourself. I think it's inspiring to see other kids who've gone through it and come out stronger, families. And so by seeing it and being all together, it's that strength. And knowing that Okizu is always going to be there. My kids have built such strong connections, and so now my older 2, Gianluca and his sister Chiara, they are counselors at Camp Okizu, and they are loving it. It's a strength that you find in each other that also helps you find the strength in yourselves to get through the experience.
It's very, very special. And for those families who may be watching this looking for that strength to be a part of their extended Okizu family, how can they get involved?
First, go to camp. It's free for families. It's a beautiful organization with so much support, and so that all of the camps and experiences are free for the families going through it. I would say sign up. I know that on the website, okizu.org, you can sign up for family camps, sibling camps, oncology camps. There's also volunteer opportunities. And we also have the 30th annual Art Inspiring Hope Gala this weekend on March 22nd. And there's still time to buy tickets for that event as well.
I'm so glad you mentioned it's such a beautiful event every year. All proceeds, of course, go to help send kids to Camp Okizu.
And again, there are still some limited tickets available to the 30th annual Art Inspiring Hope Gala. It's this Saturday at 5 o'clock at Fort Mason. Just go to www.okizu.org.